Welcome everyone to Race 11, India. I've gone for a pretty standard strategy. Start on the options, go to lap 4, then go on the primes for 10 laps. Pit on lap 14 for another set of primes, pit on lap 24 for a set of options and go to the end. Let's see if it works out. I've been predicted 9th for this race when I finished on the podium last race. But Matty was right, I suppose. I've struggled pretty much every time I've driven on this track. It's not to my liking, but I've put a bit of practice in, so let's see where we get. Coming to the start of the race, I start on third. I had a decent quali lap, mucked up the second run. 5 lights, and we're off. I get a decent start, I suppose. A bit of curves. Swain gets a really good start. Moves onto the inside but brakes way too early, as you see there. Matty just stays around the outside, manages to keep his first place. Going into turn 2, the tight hairpin. Swain again brakes quite early. Clarkey moves down the inside and just shoves me off the track there, putting me down into 4th place. I've got JG behind me. Bontabullets has just taken him. Bontabullets is getting a good slipstream. My old teammate from Toro Rosso, I decide to stick to the inside, make him go round the hard way. In the Mercedes-Benz, I brake pretty standardly, stick to the inside, and Bonta gets past me by doing a wheelie, taking me in style. Looks like I'm going to have to get past him in the sector 2, which is not easy as it's very narrow, and yeah, easy to run into the back of someone, as I've learned, as I just did there. Going into the carousel, easy to muck it up, and Bonta does exactly that, goes wide off the circuit. I just go straight past him. Into 4th place, onto lap 2, I'm trying to catch Clarkey-san, champion behind me. That's never a good thing. But he's quite a way off. Clarkey's attacking Matty. I think he goes down the inside. Matty may have locked up, gets the job done. I've managed to catch up a little bit, use a bit of curves, trying to catch them both. I really want to get onto the podium. But then again, we're all the option runners at the front, and I have no idea where I'm going to finish at this point. Managed to catch up to Matty on lap 3. I think he made a mistake into turn 1. We go down the inside of turn 2 and get the job done. I don't know if that's turn 2 or turn 3. I don't know if that kink after turn 1 counts as a corner. But anyway, onto the straight. I got the DRS, so I'm deploying curves, but Matty's staying right behind me. I don't know if he's on a setup further to the right, but I just didn't pull away at all on that straight. Into 3rd place, back to where I qualified, onto Clarkey-san. It's been looking quick all week. Clarkey pits on lap 4, and I do the same, but I lock up and go straight into the barrier. Can't believe it. Mucked it up there, damaged my wing. It's going to get replaced in the pits, and that's going to cost me a heap load of time. Ugh. Damn. Anyway, put the primes on. I'm intending on going 10 laps on the primes. Pitting on lap 14. Coming out the pits, I come out just ahead of Bonta. I don't know if Bonta's pitted or not. I don't know what his strategy is, but luckily I managed to just pull away. And then because of that incident, Matty comes out of the pits ahead of me, which wasn't ideal. But I've got a pretty good run into turn 1, and I'm catching him. He's on cold tyres, going into the hairpin. I don't know if it's turn 2 or 3. Gain more ground on him. Use my curves, getting the slipstream. Activate the DRS, and pretty straightforward, really. Managed to go straight round him, going into the hairpin. Maybe went a bit wide, but not too bad. On to lap 8. I'm in 6th place. I've got Matty behind me. Clarkey's ahead of me. Deploying curves. Matty's got the DRS. At this point, I think he's not going to catch me. Got quite a decent gap. Put it into rich mix, though. And I decide to pull onto the inside, make him go around the outside. And he does just that. And yeah, good move, Matty. Well done. I didn't really have an answer to that. So yeah, I did get a good slipstream on him afterwards though, and as I say, you don't want to be following someone through this section. It's just so narrow and the braking points are so near to each other, I suppose. Anyway, Matty goes around the goes through the inside of Clarkey. I think made a mistake in turn 2. It's my turn next on lap 12, going into turn 1. Get a decent line through there. Clarkey went a bit wide. I'm looking on the inside, but I think better of it. There's no point trying to bonsai it. No, I've got the DRS. Use my curves. Clarkey pulls away a little bit there. I don't know what I did then. I don't know if I was in rich mix or what, but get the DRS. Steadily gaining on Clarkey. Getting to the slipstream. He's swerving to try and break the toe, but it didn't work. And I go around the outside. Can I make it stick? Yes, I can, but Clarkey just kind of follows through there and taps me. Follows through. Oh dear. Anyway, into sector 2. Fossey's car was completely ghosted the whole lap. The whole race, sorry, on that one point. And that scared me a lot. Anyway, onto lap 14. I'm pitting for my next set of primes. In we go. Pretty straightforward, but Matty gets me in the pits. Me and Matty have had a pretty close battle the whole way through the race. And we've come out just behind JG and Clarkey. Two pretty quick drivers. JG surprised me. I didn't think he'd be this quick, but he's been racing really well. And yeah, Clarkey's been quick all weekend, so I expected him to be up there. Anyway, it's been a close battle throughout between the three of us, me, Clarkey and Matty. Got the DRS on Matty. Matty's got the DRS on Clarkey. I'm not really gaining that much. This was scary because Clarkey didn't have any DRS and we were both gaining on him. Very tight into this corner. I just swerved to avoid squeezing Matty. I'm happy with that. Anyway, we're on lap 16. We're still all close together. And I think Matty goes into the back of JG, who locks up. I go down the inside. I'm looking on the inside of JG, but then I brake way too early and Matty just goes right round the outside. Very good move. That made me smile, that one. So thanks for that, Matty. Frightened up my day a little bit. And then on to lap 17. We're all still just as close. I did hit Matty a little bit there. I do apologise. I think Matty locked up, sent me into the back of him. I got the DRS, so just pull away. The Arab flag. Why have you got that, Matty? And then I thought he'd lagged ahead of me, but it turned out to be his teammate Linz, who had a lag spike. Managed to get around the outside of him, think, oh, this could work to my favour. But then Linz, being the great teammate that he is, just lets Matty by to continue harassing me. At the meantime, I'm catching up to JG and Clarkey. I think JG's on slightly older tyres to me, so should be, around this point in the race, I should be getting him from the grip. Go around the outside on turn 1 though. I did not expect to make a move like that. Very happy with that. Like, if I do say so myself again, you know, a bit big-headed, but JG, good wheel-to-wheel racing. Onto Clarkey. Clarkey makes a mistake coming out the final turn. I get the DRS, and I think at this point, yeah, the engineer had told me that I had -1 lap of fuel, so I had to stay in lean mix. Always do it, every race. Jam's having a go at me now. I'm leading the race at the moment, but I know everyone's on different strategies. I managed to maintain the inside line and retain the place. Jam's all over the back of me though, and I think he's on newer tyres than me. I'm guessing he's on a different strategy, as I say. At this point, I come in for my final pit stop, and I just do not know where I'm going to finish, because I expected everyone to be on different strategies, which they were, and I thought I could come out behind, you know, everyone and end up like 7th, 8th. But as I come out the pits, I come out in 3rd place, and I was not expecting that. At this point, I'm thinking, hang on a second, I've got a podium in the back here if I don't make any mistakes. Chasing Clarkey pits. I was not expecting that. I'm now in 2nd place. Well, I'm not quite yet. I mean, Clarkey's in the pits, but you know, taking him now. I was not expecting to be in 2nd place, and I'm hunting down Swain, who's on prime tyres. It could all go down to the wire at this point, I'm thinking. Heart was racing. I was very surprised to be in the position I was. But on the option tyre, I've got Jam behind me. I'm catching up. I've got the DRS on Swain now, lap 27. don't really catch him too much. But then I think he breaks a lot earlier than me in some places, Swain. So I managed to make a bit of time upon him there. Going into the hairpin, got the DRS, just play it calm, get a nice line, try and get a good run out, use all my curves. And I'm thinking, Swain is immensely quick, this is going to be a task, but he just moves aside for me. Thank you very much, Swain, gifting me first place. Thought he'd fight a little bit harder than that, but never mind. Into the hairpin. This is a rare occasion, me leading the race, so I made a mistake, went onto the marbles and got into the gravel. Turn whatever, I don't care anymore. Swain's looking at me though, he wants to get past. I use all my curves and managed to just pull away. I'm not sure what setup he's using, but he doesn't have the speed on the straight. I think he's got DRS, but I'm not sure. I just stick to the inside line. He's looking around the outside, but I gave him space, but I managed to just get a better traction coming out the corner and retain the place. Going into sector 2. I did start to enjoy racing on this circuit as I started to get used to it, because I had struggled so much during the week. Anyway, on to the last lap. Fozzie's still there. Dirty Lotus tactics. And around the last corner we go. And I'm about to win my first race. I'm very happy weaving, as you can see. Never expected it. I had a lot of bad luck, I suppose. I know Jam had his lag spike, but I crashed into the barrier in the pit entry, which cost me a heap of time. Anyway, on to the standings. I'm up into 5th place now. Very happy, and I'll see you in Singapore. I can't wait.